Hi Aries, this is your general reading for the week of August 3rd through the 7th. I will be getting clarity on a situation that you'll be dealing with that week, and then afterwards I'll get some advice from your guides. To start off, the overall energy for this reading is the reverse star. So this is about a focus on the negative, not having your desired outcome happen. So this could lead to hopelessness, pessimistic. For the recent past, you have the Emperor, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. So you recently were focused on bringing it into a situation, a connection. This could be a permanent ending, trying to cut ties after not being able to connect to a connection. For some of you, this might be some type of authority figure, an ex-spouse, some type of parental figure in your life, someone that's been important in your life recently. And you're focused on cutting ties and bringing a permanent ending to that connection, that situation with this connection. But after focusing on that and feeling like that's what you want to do, there's some urgency here. It causes some sudden turnabout, some fast changes, some excitement, some urgency around communication with this connection, or about this connection, leading to an unequal exchange of energy. So this could be unreliable help and support, or receiving support but not showing gratitude for it. But there's some unequal exchange here. For the immediate future, you're the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups. After that unequal exchange of energy, it could be this unreliable help and support. You decide to focus again on cutting ties with this connection of yours after not being able to commit to action by not connecting to this person. And this deciding not to, again, focus on not connecting to this person, you end up feeling unhappy or unsatisfied, leading to overindulgence and communication. A lot of different communications or back-to-back communication with a singular person. But you really overindulge in that because of a lack of unhappiness around not wanting to connect with this person. Leading to a show of emotional immaturity. This could be a lack of control, a lack of unreliability, allowing your emotions to control. Regarding seeking unreliable help or this unequal exchange of energy. Looks like you face some setbacks, some delays to something you've been trying to accomplish by not connecting to this person. After you decide to connect with them because you haven't been able to commit to not connecting. And this continue these delays, setbacks to what you're trying to accomplish here or persevere in, you continue to persevere in, causes you to not want to take action, to overindulge again because you were very ineffective at it last time, leading to a release of a toxic situation, connection. This release of not being able to show emotional maturity, emotional control through this unequal exchange of energy. I went ahead and pulled a few clarification cards to get a clearer picture of what's going on underneath for you. For the overall energy, the reverse star, you have the Fool card, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So this lack of desired outcome happening, this causing this loss of hope, pessimism, things not happening as you want them to happen, around receiving unhappy news, discouraging news. After not being able to go into a new direction, not being able to go in a new direction or take a new path because of a lack of commitment to it. A lack of commitment to a new beginning, a fresh start for yourself. For the recent past with the Emperor, you have the Nine of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Five of Cups. So you're trying not to connect to this authority figure or this connection of yours so that you can let go of the past and move on after starting to lose faith in this connection because of a lack of satisfaction or a lack of fulfillment. Or maybe you just feel like you've been overindulging in it too much. For the Eight of Wands, you have the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. So trying to cut ties with this connection, there's some type of fast change that happens, leading to some excitement, some urgency around communications with this person, this connection, after you didn't accept an offer, an opportunity, you missed out on an opportunity to do the right thing regarding this connection. For the Six of Pentacles, you have the Justice card, the Ace of Cups, and the Empress. That's leading to an unequal exchange of energy by connecting to this connection of yours. After facing a delay of an opportunity to connect or an opportunity for happiness in this connection because of the official delay. There's delays with something official regarding this situation. For the immediate future, for the Knight of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups, a Tower, and the Nine of Swords. So you're trying not to connect to this connection again, trying to revisit that after not being able to commit to not connecting this person. Caused you some regret, deep unhappiness, anxiety, stress, just a crisis of the mind after you're continuing to avoid or continuing to delay the inevitable, because you're seeking clarity. Which is leading you to intentionally miss out on an opportunity to regain your happiness For the Nine of Cups, you have the Temperance card, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Trying to focus again on not connecting to this person, bring it into it, permanent end to it, cut ties. Causes an overindulgence, and this, because of this urgency to communicate with this connection, or some type of fast change that happened regarding this connection, this overindulgence and giving up your control, giving up your power over your life, choosing the wrong path, wrong direction regarding connecting with this person. After you had decided you no longer wanted to seek, you no longer wanted to connect with this person for comfort and stability, so that you can have peace by doing the right thing. For the King of Cups, you have the Page of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Swords. This show of emotional immaturity, not being able to control, or your emotions being unreliable regarding this unreliable help and support, leads to a lack of control, a lack of self-discipline. After not being able to find the courage to meet the challenges that this delay in receiving a new opportunity to connect or for happiness for you through a lack of new information, a lack of communication. For the immediate outcome, for the High Priestess, you have the Star card, the Emperor, and the Judgment. So there are some setbacks, facing some setbacks in what you've been trying to persevere in after connecting to this connection again, that you haven't been able to commit to not connecting. You connect with them for announcement of, or to hear gossip, accusations, blame, that might be causing you some unhappiness or stress or anxiety. After this loss of control, this loss of self-discipline, because you're trying to continue to delay the inevitable, after not having your desired outcome, or loss of hope, or feeling uninspired around gaining clarity. That you don't want to intentionally miss out on an opportunity for something, to gain clarity, or to lack clarity. For the King of Wands, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Death card. This delays or setbacks that you continue to persevere in. You decide to not take action, to overindulge again through major change to this loss of control, loss of power, going the wrong direction by connecting to this person. After you haven't been able to commit to not connecting to this person, so that you could have long-term stability through peace by doing the right thing. For the Four of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Lover's card, and the Devil. So there's a release of something you've been holding tightly to, a release of a toxic situation, because of a loss of that's keeping you emotionally immature, not being able to get a hold of, control your emotions, or your emotions being unreliable within you. And this release is by being able to gain freedom from or become independent of a toxic situation, a toxic connection that causes a loss of control, a loss of self-discipline. After deciding to disconnect from this partnership, to separate from this partnership that you've been having trouble meeting the challenges of, by deciding to no longer commit to a collaboration or meeting for new information. Now let's see what your guides have to say. Any advice for the Aries watching? Fulfillment. Deep satisfaction and emotional contentment will be unfolding in your life. Soon you will be reaping inner and outer riches and opportunities. Honor your success and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Fulfillment comes from completion of your efforts. You planted the seeds, nurtured and cared for them, and now it's time to harvest the rewards. If you harbor perfectionist qualities within you, it's often difficult to experience deep fulfillment. If you're self-critical, it's hard to experience contentment. Remember this: who you are is good enough. The secret of fulfillment is to practice positive thoughts because they connect you to your soul. From an attitude of joy, your desires can be fulfilled. And if you're looking for affirmation, they give joy abounds in all areas of my life. And that is it for the Aries reading, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.